Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have some of the biggest news we have a chance to go and cover on the channel itself about the future of all three big consoles, and one of the biggest groundbreaking and game-changing things that could be coming to the PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. Now, so I'm sure a lot of you guys know, there is one major big thing that Xbox themselves has that kind of sets them apart from all these other really big consoles, the PlayStation, Switch, etc., and that is Game Pass, or as well in some way, shape, and form an alternative to, let's say, like a Nintendo subscription, or every month you get to have a chance to play old school games and also get to get new games, or PlayStation Plus, which they've kind of been somewhat roping that on in, of trying to have various things such as free games or streamable games, etc., etc. But one thing that is Game Pass, it's God tier. It's one of the best things out there, and there actually might now be having a good chance of this now coming to the PlayStation and Switch. Some of the biggest news we have a chance to go cover and talk about right now, so let's go and talk about it. As well, there's some brand new crazy links down below for the holiday season, all for December. We have a bajillion different Best Buy links, which we are technically Best Buy partners, hashtag ad for that stuff. We have a bunch of links down below, Pokemons, like Squishmallows, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, everything. If you guys want to go check those out in the description and comment section, feel free to, as well as at the Twitter and Twitch room down below. Subscribe if you guys are new and give me your thoughts and comments, because this is some pretty big news. So two big things to go and cover is that, as I mentioned, the Microsoft is making a lot of money when it comes to Game Pass, more so to the fact that they're almost even shutting down a lot of Xbox stuff in terms of console production, and basically that console fight between the PlayStation to just go and say, we want you guys on Xbox Game Pass, buy a TV, buy a phone, buy a literal PC, whatever it might be, go get some Game Pass. But now it kind of seems like we're getting more news that Microsoft still wants to bring Xbox Game Pass to both PlayStation and Nintendo consoles. Microsoft maintains the mission is still to bring the Xbox Game Pass to as many screens as possible, including PlayStation and Nintendo consoles. This could be possibly one of the coolest things out here if this actually happens, and we keep on seeing this kind of looming and lingering conversation. Now, it kind of makes sense. Like, don't get me wrong, PlayStation has their own deals, they have their own contracts, but think about Game Pass. Think about having all these Xbox exclusive games coming to PlayStation or the Switch. And I think especially right now with this Activision acquisition, this might actually become even more likely. Because think about it this way. If you're PlayStation, do you want to have people having Xbox Game Pass? Absolutely not. Like, you'd rather work in your own deals, have your own PlayStation Plus equivalent, or whatever it might be, because even if you're, let's say, your 30, 40 million PlayStation 5 user base, right, the second that is growing by the day, if almost all of them want Xbox Game Pass, that is just a lot of extra money that's being taken away from your ecosystem, whether it's from software sales, or whether it's from just people giving money to Xbox, giving your competitor more money. Now, this is a lot of stuff to break down. This might even be separate video topics too, but this is, I would say, good news for consumers. I like this. Now, it's not going to be happening like as of tomorrow, but this is big stuff to go talk about regardless. So Microsoft is determined to bring Xbox Game Pass to as many platforms as possible, including the PlayStation and Nintendo consoles. Xbox Game Pass offers a wide range of games for a low monthly fee, and all first-party Microsoft games are included, and the acquisition of Activision Blizzard is expected to help Xbox expand Game Pass, with Call of Duty potentially becoming a major addition to the service in the future. So Microsoft is still looking to push Xbox Game Pass onto as many screens as possible, including PlayStation and Nintendo consoles. This initiative isn't entirely a new one, as Microsoft reportedly tried to bring Xbox Game Pass to PlayStation at least one time before. So this isn't like insane, crazy clickbait, because it does seem like this is like something they want. And like I said, it makes sense for Xbox. Maybe not for PlayStation, but for Xbox, if you could have another 40 million potential subscribers that like video games regardless, and you're already paying for the servers, and that might also get more people in terms of, like, say, your mailing list, in terms of the Xbox Game Pass subscription list as well. And kind of like, if they want to keep on growing this and try to make this like the Netflix of gaming, you want to have as many eyes on your product, especially on your competitors, as you can. Now, I can see this as a consumer loving this, because that would mean that you would never have to buy an Xbox, and if you like PlayStation for their exclusives or the Switch for their exclusives, you go and just buy one of those, and then you can still go get Xbox Game Pass, basically trying to be like the big brother of all. I like this. So not to mention, they've had rumbles for years about Game Pass being added to the Switch to no avail. After a while, gamers would be forgiven for thinking that Microsoft has given up on what many have thought had been a pipe dream, but that's actually not how Xbox sees it. Even before this push to the new platforms, Game Pass has been a groundbreaking platform for Xbox. The service offers hundreds of games to subscribers for a relatively low monthly fee, everything from classic titles to day one releases. Notably, every first-party game from Microsoft launches on the service for no additional charge, and this strategy has been a big hit for AAA games like how Starfield basically had a brand new subscription milestone, which this is once again kind of, I think, their big business strategy, is that they want to be on every screen. They want to be on every phone. They want to be on every TV. They want to be on every PlayStation, Switch, even, on the random Steam Deck on Steam itself. Like, they want Game Pass everywhere because it makes sense. It's a subscription thing. It's like Netflix. Netflix is on your consoles. Netflix is on your phone. Netflix is in the App Store. Netflix is literally built into Roku TVs. So just imagine everything that Netflix has done. They want to do that for Xbox, but then as well have it for the gaming sphere too. So I would not be even that surprised having, say, like Xbox on Twitch and have that tied with like a Twitch subscription, or as well, like you could stream it as well, which they've been trying to push for cloud streaming a lot more too. So you don't even need to worry about what kind of app and stuff you have. Just go to the web browser or whatever. And this makes a lot of sense for Xbox. And this is huge because all these big Xbox executives keep on pushing for it. They want this. They want the money. They want the subscription fees. So Xbox CFO Tim Stewart recently talked on the Wells Fargo TMT Summit, where he shared Microsoft's desire for Game Pass to be on every screen possible. While Stewart includes smart TVs and mobile devices, the Xbox boss has also referred to platforms like Nintendo and the PlayStation console, two hardware and software manufacturers that Microsoft has thought of as competitors in the past. Our mission is to bring our first-party experiences, so think Halo, Forza, Fable, etc., our subscription services to every screen that can play a game. That means smart TVs, which they've already done with Samsung. That means mobile devices, which they've already done as well. That means that we would have thought as competitors in the past like PlayStation and Nintendo. They are open for Game Pass everywhere is basically what they're saying. Stewart also added Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard will help Xbox take its high-margin business, the Game Pass subscription service, to more gamers more quickly. A big part of this is likely to be one of Microsoft's newly acquired IPs, Call of Duty. The Call of Duty franchise is one of the most profitable gaming series of all time, and being able to tie that into Game Pass in some way will undoubtedly be huge for the service. Of course, Activision Blizzard games are still missing from the Game Pass library, just because they have to have that big transitional period, and Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer explained that Activision Blizzard titles will take time to reach Game Pass due to uncertainty that accompanied the acquisition before it finally closed. While no specific window has been given, many expect to see them by around 2024, as well as based on the comments from both companies too, which makes a lot of sense. Because I keep on saying too, like right now, Xbox, they just know that they're the big dog. They're a multi-trillion-dollar company. Sony is winning the console fight, but at the same time, Microsoft is making a lot of money on AI. Microsoft's making a lot of money when it comes to actual Windows, when it comes to like the Teams, when it comes to Bing, when it comes to the actual like Xbox itself, which is like just a small subsidiary of it. They're making money everywhere. Cloud hosting too, on top of that, like AI, like just everything, like literally everything. So they don't need to only worry about Xbox, and they can have a loss leader to be like, hey, we'll spend, an extra $100 billion, which already spent 70 on acquisitions for Activision Blizzard. And then guess what? It's going to make them money regardless. Because guess what? Sometimes Xbox will also be paying them money to host from their own servers, from cloud servers. It's kind of like how Twitch is owned by Amazon, but they still go pay a fee to Amazon AWS. Because, well, duh, it's intercompany. Like, it's meant to make profit either way. There's also loss leader too as well. You have people more on PC and the Windows Store. That means people buying the Game Pass. It's just everything. It's all interconnected. And this is crazy to go and see this because even Xbox has kind of announced their Xbox consoles because it cares more about the content services. They care more about getting Game Pass. They don't really care about having consoles. They can go and sell 1 million Xboxes. That would be a failure, yes, but if they somehow bump up to 50 million Game Pass subscribers, well, they don't even have to make the money on the hardware or do the marketing on the hardware, etc. They already have the Xbox brand for these past few years regardless. They're saying their business is the product of the price and quantity. More customers spending more money, and that's really how I think our model is. So when we talk about content and services externally, that's our performance indicator. So they want more people on Game Pass, which is why they're also once again open to basically even kind of giving up on the Xbox console. That's a completely different subject for sure, but at the end of the day, They want this stuff on PlayStation. They want this stuff on the Switch. They want this to be, well, good at the end of the day. They want people going and giving them that subscription money because it worked very well for Netflix. And if they could do that for gaming, which has never been done, and probably one of the only companies that probably could pull it off is Xbox due to how much money they have, and depending on what they do for Call of Duty, Diablo, World of Warcraft, whatever, this could be a huge, huge change up in the future. So this is nuts. Like, I would love to see Game Pass on the PS5. Would you guys buy the Game Pass on the PS5 or the Switch? Let me know in the comment section down below. As well, check out all the bajillion different how links we have. A lot of really cool Best Buy hashtag ad and Best Buy partner sales going on. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, everything. Check those on out if you guys are interested. Subscribe if you guys are new. Give me your thoughts and comments as well. And I love you guys.